to another episode of OtherWise Guyz. Right now I got my boy Blue.
Yes, sir.
And one of the known photographers down in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
What got you into photography?
I used to work with a guy named Mr. Bogart who's real good friends with Lil Duval, and I used to kind of be like his apprentice. Like I used to help run his recording and photography business, and so he took a bid, and I just kind of like took over the business and held it down while he was gone, and I got inspired by just watching him work with people because he was a street dude, but he also had this artistic nature about him. So I kind of was just like, wow, so that kind of got me into photography, just watching him.
Gotcha. So he the one who got you.
Yeah, Mr. Bogart. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think you might know. You remember back? I think I met you through it because I used to run his page back then, way back in MySpace days.
Mr. Bogart. I don't know. I gotta. I don't know.
But I think that's how I found out about you. I used to be on his page, running his page.
Yeah.
For the studio, and I found out about you. 'Cause that's when you was doing the videos. And
yeah.
All that, so.
Way back.
Way back. Yeah.
So what artists have you worked with?
I work with Kevin Gates, Tokyo, Jets, Trap Beckham, P1. Work with I did a lot of stuff with so many people. Like I took pictures of Pretty Ricky when they came through. List goes on. But I work with a lot of industry artists that's out now. So
yeah. So would you say you're more of a industry photographer, or you're?
You know what? Actually, I identify more with fashion photography, and then so because I like music, I kind of like incorporate what I like to see from like an artist, like what I'm expecting, because I'm 37, so I'm a little old school. So I grew up watching, looking at Run DMC, and then looking at that little power movement when Hot Boys came out, how they was on the cover of Vibe and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I used to look at how it was always gritty and cool, stuff like that. So I kind of like wanted to adopt that and then incorporate that with some of the images I do now. So
gotcha. So now you also doing a podcast.
Yeah, doing a podcast.
Yeah.
It's strictly music podcast, mainly like alternative, electric type R&B, jazz type music. So.
What is on WJCT?
Yeah, WJCT 89. Well, the podcast is available everywhere on digital outlets, but the where we record is 89.9 FM at WJCT in downtown Jacksonville.
How you got into that?
Well, I was working with the guy. He's my host that I work with. He's a singer, and he got awarded the opportunity to work with WJCT, and so. To take things to another level, we kind of came together to, at first I was just going to help with doing marketing, putting the podcast out, and the next thing you know it was like he interviewed me, and the next thing you know it, we decided to just keep coming back.
Yeah. So what is your I guess I would say your secret weapon as far as being a photographer?
One of my secret weapons as a photographer is just the way that I market, like. The way I use a guerrilla style of marketing, like there's and to be totally honest, there's like 50 people in just the state of Florida I feel like are just better than me, but I just talk a little louder, I move a little faster, and I know a lot more people, so I just kind of incorporate my people skills than anything. Like I think I just take pictures just like the next man, but I think what I do a little different is I just kind of go after what I want a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want something, I go after it a little harder, and I might sacrifice everything, but then the milk and honey be after I sacrificed and almost lost everything.
Okay.
So that's just my secret way. I just always being hungry. I'm just a little hungry. I see things a little more than what it is, and then it turns into something.
Gotcha. So on our way up here, we was talking about what's his name? 21 Savage.
Yeah.
And his situation.
Man, when I can relate to 21 Savage because where I'm from, like I'm born in Haiti, and when I came to the States, we had learned to be low key. We learned to be like like right now, like I I'm glad they got like Cash App and PayPal because I don't like to carry ID on me. I don't like to go places. I stay super low key, but then like I don't like to tell people my real name.
Yeah.
And so we was always vetted at a young age to be low key, to be, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like, like if the police ask me a question, I'm not gonna tell them my name, my real name. I'm gonna tell them a fake name. Like it was just already, it was just I was always vetted to be prepared for anything. So when they find out about him, it's just like, when my parents came here to the country, we were trying to be low key. I learned English. I had to read dictionaries every day. I try to stay away from the streets. I try to, I tried to blend in. Like I wanted to be, So when I saw that he got arrested, and it's just kind of like, when you come to America, you just want a better opportunity. Because where I'm at, they selling fruits. We got national treasures. Like we have gold. We have weed. Like all that is at disposal. But when we had an earthquake in Haiti, there was like the military digging for oil in Haiti while we was having a disaster. So okay. I don't want to talk too much about that.
I ain't know that.
Huh?
I ain't know that.
Right. So it was kind of like we having an earthquake, but y'all digging for oil. Like you can see the military digging for oil in our country while we having an earthquake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have a huge resource of oil, but they always say Haiti's poor. They always be like, Haiti ain't got nothing. But like in our mountains, we have like real gold that's like in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? And so when I saw that 21 Savage, and the reason why I'm talking about Haiti because he's from Dominica, is under the British rule. Mm-hmm. Like he's from Dominica and they under the British rule. So his mom is Dominican. I mean, not I forgot how they say it, but they speak Creole. They speak similar language, and they speak like French, whatever. Mm-hmm. So if he was actually born in United Kingdom, that's cool. But like, because they under the British rule, it's kind of like saying, yeah, he's from the United Kingdom. But when you come over here, you don't be trying to. You don't know how to do paperwork. You don't know how to do all that stuff. And then when your stuff expire, that's it. So I don't think he was. I just think they just was being. Just being hard on him. So
since he got a name or something.
Yeah. And then he got that he has like a Muslim name. So I think that he was targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen a bunch of interviews on the 20 Savage thing. It's just he was just targeted, man. They was just like really after him because he's successful.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cut God's got me right. Enough of that. I know you're wise because you're watching the Wise Guys. But why you ain't following Danny Tattoo on Instagram? All the booking information in the bio. Come on, everything custom. Ain't nothing the same. I'm a creator. That's what I do. I create. Bow.
You got the podcast. You're still doing photography. What's next?
Right now, my whole goal now is to focus on marketing and branding, like, working with artists. Like, right now, one of my biggest projects, working with P1 and being able to take his brand to the next level, you know what I'm saying? And I had people reach out to me like Prime Definition, he got a song with Tokyo Jets, and so like being able to, people reaching out about stuff that I'm doing and being able to say, okay, hey, this is what I got and take it to the next level. I've studied Nike, over the years, and I've just noticed that they use our culture, they use our brand to make so much money. And, like whenever, I was just talking to Five about Jordans. Like I'm fascinated by Michael Jordan. I'm fascinated by the shoes. They don't sell they don't promote their shoes. All they do is put a date on it.
But they used to though.
Huh?
They used to. Back when
talking about Jordans?
Yeah. I mean like Jordan himself.
Yeah, but I feel like when Phil Knight, who owns my Nike, when he started it, I felt like he found a black guinea pig to say, hey, we're gonna increase the sales of our shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the video about how to sell to a Negro. You know what I'm saying? So I just noticed that when Michael Jordan came out, like you gotta buy. They have it where people, like somebody was trying to sell me a ticket to stand in line to buy a pair of shoes. Mm-hmm. Not the cost of the shoe, the ticket.
Yeah.
They were trying to sell me a ticket. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I I'll just wait or go online.
Yeah.
But they wanted to sell. Like I remember I was at and this was in this was like maybe this was back in I was in high school. Yeah, so this was back in I think they still do that now?
What,
The tickets?
Nah, they do the.
Yeah. I
they
remember
got the
we
app.
skipped
They do
we
the app
we
thing.
we skipped school and somebody was like outside of Foot Locker, and this was like back in Gateway, and they were just like, hey, we got a ticket, you know what I'm saying, you can stand in line, you know what I'm saying, you know, and it was like, what? And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the whole point of me saying that, I want to be able to make somebody with a product be wanted, be desired, and be found out about, because you know what I'm saying, like right now music is popping, so I was like, man, you know what, I want to get in on the check.
It been popping though. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about like take Osiris. He didn't have a song.
Mm-hmm.
For like, I don't feel like they signed him off of his music because he didn't have a music catalog that would warrant them to sign him. You know, like he didn't have like an album out.
Okay.
You know, he may have had some songs, some singles, some here and there, but they didn't sign him off that. They signed him off his fan club, what he brought to the table, like his awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I want to create awareness for other artists, other people, and just say, boom, like this is who this is, and then make them desirable, like a pair of Jordans, like they, you know, I've seen the same pair of shoes for the last 20 years. You know, I'm like, man, you know, they bringing out all these old shoes, like these old Penny Hardaway, these old, and I'm like, man, I wore these 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying, and they still the same, and they more now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, but the thing is, someone had to create a want and a desire for them.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, if I could work with an artist and create a want and a desire for that artist with my pictures, with my creativity, with my marketing schemes, you know what I'm saying, that's creating a bag for me, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want somebody to say, hey, I want you to be over my whole project, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like when we did P1 project, you know, we came up, you know, between me and Greg Bell, we came up with, he said, hey, this is the idea, and we just put together the, you know what I'm saying, like P1 had the idea, we just said, boom, let's put this together. So I sent it to Greg Bell, he cooked up something.
Yeah.
I sent him the picture, he cut, you know, and it just came out amazing, you know what I'm saying. And that was from his What If I Told You the Truth, that was hosted by DJ Swag.
Yeah.
And you know, and then we did listening parties, single release. We did a whole bunch of things. You know, we shot videos, and we did so much to kind of create the hype. And now looking back, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of things we could have did, but there's a lot of people who just didn't know, and there's a lot of people who did know. But we just have to, like, now I got to figure out a way to create hype and create substance and say, hey, this is, you know what I'm saying. So that's my goal now, man. Just marketing and branding. You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you use like Instagram promotion or anything like that?
Yeah. I use Instagram, Facebook promotion. Now they got so many people who can do so much stuff for you, but I think that authentic relationships that you build with people is nothing bigger than that. So I think just being and reach out and touch people, but Instagram and doing videos, it's cool, but Facebook is a powerful tool. Instagram is a powerful tool, but it's like you gotta be able to connect with people. So, but I do use them, but nowadays you just need more to let people know who you are.
Yeah, you're right. And I ain't been on Facebook in a minute, man. I gotta get back on there. I think that's the most direct thing to use is Facebook.
Yeah. Because I was talking to someone the other day. It's like you can't use Instagram to post links. You got to post it in your bio, and so it kind of like you can only post pictures or you can post videos. But with Facebook, you can post links. And Facebook shows up quicker on Google. When you're searching for material or information about an artist, sometimes your Facebook link shows up from your fan page. So using a Facebook fan page is very good because it sends information to Google for you. So.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Hey man, if y'all need some dope photos, holla at me at www.bluefranswa.com, or you could just Google me. I'm on every platform as Blue Franswa.